I got a pretty exciting deck today. I lost playing for a 5-0 last night with this list, and I'm really excited about it. It was like kind of a heartbreaking loss. But I'm very excited. So, this is obviously kind of a blend of two different decks that we've been working on the past 8th o'clock of the 24 months. So it's a blend of, hold on. Demir. Well, we had a Heartless Summoning, Acererak, Relic of Legends, Profane Tutor deck with Golos that was using the Urborg Cabal Coffers engine recently. That was splashy blue, mostly for just Mill Drifter. That I was liking a decent amount. I thought it was pretty solid, and after playing a lot of the Semblance Anvil Tron deck, I was interested in trying the Acererak combo out in Tron because I really liked how that deck played, where it's like, not only do you have access to a turn 3 combo kill, which this deck does, which is one of the main things that's nice about this combo is it just does kill on turn 3 and is pretty resilient to like most interactive spells. You just go turn 2 Summoning, turn 3 Relic of Legends into Acererak, that's a win. And what I liked about you know, again, the Anviltron deck, what I still like about the Anviltron deck is how it's very fast, and it can kill very quickly and consistently, but then if your opponent's interacting with you, the Tron package is a really good way to, like, either overwhelm counter spells or go over the top of your opponent, and, like, outgrind your opponent in a way that most combo decks just really aren't able to do, if that makes sense. And I went through a few different drafts. I'm going to be pretty happy with this list so far. So, you know, ultimately nothing is to create. Obviously, okay, so we have the Heartless Summoning package here, right? What I also really like about this deck is that, like, we've obviously built around Heartless Summoning, which is a card that has a lot of, like, I think kind of overlapping synergy with Tron, where if you're reducing your mana cost by 2 and you're playing Tron, you're interested in playing, you know, relatively big colorless creatures. So Thought-Knot Seer is a card that plays pretty well with the Tron lands and pretty well with Heartless Summoning. Golos is like really like the bread and butter of the deck, where it is like just so good to play in curve. Turn 2 Heartless Summoning, turn 3 Golos, get your missing Tron piece, or get Cascading Cataracts. It is just like, Exactly like the reason why this list is held together, in my opinion. We also have one Leveler, which can be grabbed by a Profane Tutor as like a top-end threat. It's also like 6 mana with Summoning, just very castable Tron. Very good card in general. And then I think that the card that has been like... So my first draft had Matter Reshaper over Spellskite, and I was looking at some of the Prison Tron lists, and they're like all playing for Spellskite. And I've been kind of interested in that for a while, and I figured if there was a spot to try it, it was definitely in this shell, where Heartless Summoning can make Spellskite just cost 0 mana, although, you know, 1 less toughness is relevant in a format with Lightning Bolt, but it still blocks Ragavan even with Heartless Summoning in play. But just being able to protect, like, any piece of the combo and your mana from, like, Beseiju is pretty powerful. And last night, Spellskite was, like, just... And also, like, another important thing is getting that mana curve lower. Spellskite was just, like, the absolute all-star of the deck last night. I was so impressed by it. I'm really excited to just be jamming 4 of these again today. One cool thing is you can expedition map for Takenuma, get your stuff back. It's kind of like your utility land. I'm not playing a Blast Zone. I'd love to fit in a Blast Zone, but like, it's really hard to balance your Urza lands and the Cascading Cataracts you need for Golos and be playing like any more colorless sources. Like I even kind of wanted to play one more black source, but I'm cheating a little bit because like Dismember is I kind of wanted to play push over Dismember, and you could get Gigantha, and then Gigantha activates Golos, and then is like cheap with Heartless Summoning. But I think that you would need like 2 more black sources to have the 1 mana black spells. So we're playing Dismember instead. And then Karn also can find a few pieces of the combo. So not only do we have our 4th copy of Relic of the Legends in the sideboard for Karn, but we also have a copy of Semblance Anvil in the sideboard, which can kind of like act like a Heartless Summoning if you need it for the Acererak combo. Can't find a copy of Acererak, but I think that's okay. And then we also have 3 Thought Seizes that can replace the 3 Dismembers in matchups where you don't want creature removal. And we can... I mean, it makes any Planeswalker better, but I don't know if it like specifically combos. Subscribe, thank you. I've messed around with Resurgent Belief, yeah, recently. We have the combo, we have no lands. Just like can't have a hand with lands in it. I don't know. I don't think we're supposed to go up to 22 because we have the 4 maps. Just feels bad. Like, whatever. It always feels like we have a brew like this, and you just like have, you know, no land, no land, no land. You mulligan these, and chat's like, ooh, deck bad. I can just hear the deck bad's backup deck comments and the not even looking. Probably a Hayashi shell. We do have the curve of Heartless Summoning into Acererak, into cast, into just go through the dungeon on turn 3. Although maybe we'll be able to just cast Golos instead next turn. It'd be nice if we find a Tron piece. Okay, found a Den of the Bugbear. Could also just find a Relic and win. Okay, not quite that lucky. Opinion on the Hayashi shell. There are like okay versions, and then there are versions that Hayashi plays because he's bored. Okay, 0-1 trample, +1/+0 for each oil counter. Enters the battlefield. And whenever another creature and artifact you control put an oil counter. So it enters as a 1/1 trample. And gets bigger for each creature you play. Oh, put into a graveyard from the battlefield. Okay. It's a goblin, so relevant creature type too. Ooh, cast that Heartless Summoning. Cat Oven, yeah. Yeah, it's very similar to it's very similar to the squirrel. So I get to go to 9 off the life gain here. Scry 1. Hope to live. I'm not dead to just a Shrapnel Blast. I'm dead to like Galvanic Blast into another blast. They have 2 cards in their hand though. Also spin Golos next turn. We can also go through this entire dungeon, which is probably going through this the left entire dungeon to try to find Relic is like probably better than spinning. Yeah, so very similar to Ravenous Squirrel. You can play 8 squirrels now, which is interesting. Very good with Cat Oven. Having Trample is really nice, but it also only ever has 1 toughness. Squirrel is probably a little bit better. Obviously, being red and being a goblin is relevant. Unlikely that anything to do with oil counters is going to be really the most important part of this, though. Okay, so I go down to 6. Yeah, I'm not dead to draw Shrapnel Blast, cast Shrapnel Blast either. Yeah, I mean, Trample's relevant, less stuff just relevant, being red relevant, so a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. Well, they blast Golos and not me. I imagine they're going to look for another blast off of a Bomat Courier here. Oh, this is a mistake. They should have just sacked 1 to try to find Shrapnel Blast, I think. Because they I guess, because maybe that's not the case. Oh, if they have a land drop to play, that's not true. If they have a land drop to play, this is correct. Yeah, never mind. Good play, well played. Tough game. Tough game. Mulligan to 4 that game, or was it 5 that game? I think it was 5. We rolled a 4 the previous game. Yeah, I would definitely put that, yeah, in the score 1 for the namesake. That's funny. 2 free for the Bomat. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about this card yet. Myconslith Gardens. This card is very cool. It's a land that is type Sphere, which is interesting type to me. Let's remember this now. And it can become the copy of a non-token artifact with mana value X, including creatures, which I thought was kind of interesting. Kind of a hard card to evaluate, but it's like a card that I like a lot. I'm sure we'll play it at some point. Yeah, Amulet seems like a pretty good home for it. I agree. I don't think Relic does anything against me, right? Okay, definitely gonna cast the Heartless Summoning here. Yeah, still tapped after copying. We have deck I'm up against now. I like it. I like it. It's actually initially an old brew of mine. I know it's been like doing well recently. Is it too cute for Hammer? Yeah, I don't think copying Hammer like you don't get the ETB trigger off Sigarda's Aid. Wow, just drill tower. That's crazy, because now we get to go just cast Golos, get, I think we get Urborg, actually, so we can just cast Acererak a bunch. Cataracts would be nice, too. Urborg also lets me just 3-mana Dismember, but I think I'd rather just start Acereking. Yeah, so this is what it's like to play Tron, huh? I think there's a good chance my Golos, like, chump blocks or dies here. I guess maybe we'll chump block with Spellskite first. Okay, we'll definitely at least go for Goblin Bazaar here, because why not? And then the next one is next one is Scry 2. So do I want to Scry 2 or hold up Dismember? I think a Scry 2 to try to find combo piece is probably a bit better. Bottom. Yeah, very good with Dreadnought, huh? Sounds very fun. Hayashi made this list quite a while ago. Yeah. I mean, so at least when I say that this is an old brew of mine, here is the bloodline I'm referencing. So Caleb Schur got to the finals of the Modern Challenge with this list, who he copied from this person, Emma Hagen, who we actually played against this person on Friday, I think. On Friday, and let me check the bio. Yeah, she credited me for the initial list. And then she's made a lot of good changes too that I think are really good, and she's definitely improved it since I played it last, which was a long time ago. So that's the I think, and they look like they're playing the same list. And I think that is the lifeline, the bloodline, whatever. Breach makes sense over light up. I think it probably would, yeah. Deck ownership. I mean, I'm not claiming to own the deck, but I don't know. The whole like deck brew discourse like thing, it's a little weird. Like I try not to take any credit for anything because, like, to some extent, it just doesn't fucking matter. I like to just put in the work. I like to just stream this stuff, and y'all can form your own opinions. It's just not that serious. But also it's like I have spent so many hours over the last 3 years building decks and working on lists that it is always like a little frustrating sometimes when I say, oh, this is a brew of mine, or like it's a deck I worked on, and like I know that it was even, and people are like, well, nobody owns any deck Spike. Nobody has ever built a deck in Modern. You know, I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, but that kind of stuff happens a lot. That kind of stuff happens a lot to me. Yeah, Hayashi has also played every single combination of red cards you could ever imagine. Not that he hasn't also put in a lot of work, that's not what I'm saying either. Yeah, it's also very true that there is a lot of, like, parallel thinking that exists in Magic. I guess we're passing back. If I get 17 months, thank you. No, my lands are... I don't think they're still swamps. Yeah, they're not still swamps. Yeah, actually, yeah, people do a ton of work, and like, again, nobody owns any deck. Like, this is a thing where it's like, there's certainly nuance, and like, that's never been something I've claimed, and I don't think almost anybody's claiming on it. But there are some people when you go, oh, I built this deck. When someone says I built this deck, and I'm not saying that anybody in chat is even saying this, but there are people who be like, nobody builds any deck. But that's literally all I do. That's literally all I do is build decks, and I have for years. I don't know. So it's okay. I'm just kind of rambling a bit. All right, and we also win here, which is nice. I thought the land type player is still doing stuff. Oh, I guess I didn't check. I thought it worked that way, though. They are still swamps. Okay, then we could have won last turn. We could have won last turn. But now we've big brained them, and maybe they'll Alpine Moon again. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll Alpine Moon again. Probably have to mulligan this on the draw. We have to Dismember, but I kind of want to Spellskite. There we go. I guess I'll also keep the Natty Tron. No, let me put back Takenuma, because I'm going to go Tron, hopefully, into Golos for Cascading Cataracts, and I'll have black mana for Acererak too, if I want it. I switched back to Force Fear instead of 2 Fear. Well, that's just an older video. I didn't actually... the video just is out of order. We're still on 2 Sphere, 2 Chalice. The videos are not just as up to date as the channel. Wasn't Kenobi once played an event against 2 vendors, same deck, or so they both claimed? Yeah, I don't know. There's just like definitely a lot of nuance involved in this topic, but it's just like a little frustrating to me that like the general Magic community consensus is that like nobody can claim credit for having worked on a deck, or that's how it feels to me a lot of the time. There's like parallel thinking, there's communal thinking, there's you know, and then there also like there's sometimes it's like very clearly one person doing a lot of work on a deck. And I feel like as a community, people could be like just more supportive in general instead of like more like putting people down, you know, if that makes sense. Alright, getting blasted. Very good curve for our opponent. Can I explain the whole dungeon mechanic thing? Could you like maybe ask like a little bit more of a specific question? What is exactly do you want to know? Love a blast zone here. Dude, into Shrapnel Blast, brutal. Absolutely brutal. I'm actually playing a Working Magnet Changelings. I mean, I have like a draft I haven't hammered out yet. I don't know. I'll do some work maybe with it. Maybe not. So I guess I'm getting Tower, which can filter into Cascading Cataracts better than an Urborg could for my Acererak here. If I make this unable to block, gain 1 life, I'm not dead to just the Den of the Bugbear next turn either. Man, beating this draw would be awesome though. Would never have a chance on the draw. Relic of Legends is, I think, our best draw. Dismember is interesting. Because I think... So I'm going to make... all black. Gain a life. Scry 1. And then I can either make a creature unable to attack here or Dismember. I think it's probably better to Twisted Caverns, make this unable to attack so I can just get further through the dungeon. Yeah, Blaststone's nice. The problem with Blaststone is we're struggling on number of black sources versus color sources already. Didn't do any burn spell. Think it'd be insane to cut a Tron land? I do think it'd be insane to cut a Tron land, yeah. I never actually completed the Tomb of I don't think I've ever completed Tomb of Annihilation. I mean, Leveler is really, really good. I'm playing one here. Love Leveler. Is Dismember better than Fatal Push? Well, the problem with Fatal Push is, like, I would want, like, 2 more black sources to play it. I just don't know how to fit those in. And, like, we are already not playing... Oh, dude, Heartless Summoning would have been so good. But we're already not playing, Blast Zone, too. Dang. Yeah, that curve was crazy. This deck is really good, I think. Glad to see it seeing some play. Like, push would be better. Push Blast Zone in the deck. Okay, we'll keep this put back to second power plant. Any black source redraw is nice. Any Spellskite is nice. Obviously mine is nice. Drawing a black source would be good. We could just go like cast the Golos on turn 3. Up against a Blinkmoth Nexus, so Affinity. Ratchet Bomb over push. You want a main deck Ratchet Bomb? I don't think I'm that into it. Dude, an actual Vault Scourge. Yeah, Acer combo is infinite. You go through the Dark Pool as many times as they have life points. Yeah, we've already played with Coffers too. And this could be better as Coffers deck still. I was just thinking that Seer was a really nice... Seer and Karn were better in this version. We have a Coffers version though. But maybe, like, just Spellskite is more so the missing piece than the Tron stuff. I also, like, you know, I was performing better in my testing off stream. Had a lot of mulligans today. Double Signal. I haven't seen Signal Pest in a long time. Spellskite pretty good against Ravager. Living Styles? 2 months ago, thank you. Yeah, we should give our opponent Mox Opal. They deserve it. Yeah, we would talk about Blast Zone. Like, I would love a Blast Zone, but we're already, like... I would rather have one more Swamp than a Blast Zone, I think, to get the number of black sources up. And I would rather have, like... maybe even 2 more Swamps, then I could play Fatal Push over Dismember, and then I would like a Blast Zone. And so I just don't know if that's something we can afford to do. Just hopped on a stream. Why is this better than Cabal Coffers or Blueback version? The main thing is like getting access to Thought-Knot Seer, which you don't get in the Blue-Black version. Seer has been pretty good for me. It's a good way to protect the combo, proactively attack from a different angle. Also, Golos, I think, is like a bit better with the Tron package than the Cabal Coffers package in general. Where... maybe kind of hard to articulate a little bit, but... like, Cabal, like, the Tron lands always tap for mana. Cabal Coffers doesn't tap for mana a decent amount of the time. Your Urborgs legend rule themselves, and in, like, your linear combo deck, whenever you are, like, kind of, like, you know, when you're... when I think the Cabal Coffers plan makes you stumble more, I guess is a good way to phrase it. Are we just dead here? I think we're dead. Yeah, Xaxi as well. That's kind of the idea, is that the... You hit your land drops. They always tap for mana. They come together a bit nicer. Is the thought behind this package of lands instead? It may not be correct either, but that's the thought. Les Alex, leave the raid. Hope you're doing well today. I don't know. It's kind of classic. Like I could taste the trophy last night. I lost a really close match for the trophy. And then today's been, you know, kind of a shit show. But, you know, this is also going to be a higher variance deck, kind of, no matter what you do. Haven't played perfectly. Maybe things will turn around. Like the Sam. Don't think I'm dismembering Midnight here. Maybe would have dismembered another 0-drop because they could have cost Frogmite after that. We have Karn is obviously gonna be a nice card in the matchup too. They didn't equip Ghostfire Blade. They are equipping Ghostfire Blade. Modern staple. They're dead if we draw Acererak. We could obviously like set up Tron here. I think that Thought-Knot Seer plus Dismember this turn is gonna be pretty good. Can't block here because it's a 3/3. Second Ghostfire Blade. Think that that's the take. Yeah, I thought about playing Mire Retriever in this shell too. Okay, they drew their red source. They blast immediately. I can Dismember in response, and then they can activate Blinkmoth. But then they're not able to cast their Arcbound Worker. Oh, wow. Okay. The Nevmind, thank you for Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. I'll probably just block if they equip attack here. Just block. No, they're playing a little bit different version than the one that Caleb won the, or top 8 challenge with. Pretty similar, though. Yeah, I mean, I think they just made a mistake there. I don't think it's anything else than that. No, I don't think Caleb was playing Ghostfire. He wasn't. I know that for a fact that he wasn't. So we could get Wishclaw Talisman and try to combo off next turn. They do have the Shrapnel Blast, though. Could just get Leveler. Could get Mystic Forge. Yeah, no, let's just get the Talisman, actually. Because if they spend their turn blasting Karn, we're just going to win next turn. I mean, this deck didn't top 8 tournament, but what we played against last did. Caleb top 8 the challenge with the mono red artifact burn deck. Yeah, no Trinisphere subs the combo. I know that I didn't see the cap, I guess. Yeah, we could have cast Worm here too if we had it. I think we'll be okay. Stun Rain them. You see when you get Coating. I don't really think that that's better than this. That's a black-white scam Stoneblade. I think it's a pretty bad deck. It's like just not doing anything better than like several other mid-range strategies, I think. Okay, GG. If they kept red up, you could have Stone Rained and combo off. I guess. I mean, if they're just holding red up, we're like pretty good against that line too, right? Because I wanted to get the Wishclaw, because if they killed the Karn with their red mana, then I could just win the game. Can't hold red card. Well, they had a mountain. They could have held up red. We're talking about like if they didn't play the drum. All right, we're in that dark pool. Oh, get Coating this turn. Sorry, I thought you meant last turn. Oh, I forgot to make mana. We still have the treasure, okay. Yeah, we'll put Tron on all of our decks. We're just on a slow process to Tron out every single deck we play. Put it finally F6. That's the worst thing when you're clicking through these combos and your opponents just aren't F6. Maybe I should, I'm going to drain you with the dark pool 17 more times, just so you know. A lot of people we've been doing the combo and some people just don't always notice that we're going to that dark pool, you know what I'm saying? Still ahead on clock. So, like, part of me wants to just, like, kind of not bother with the rest of the combo, cast a Cityscape Leveler or something. The problem is, if I don't finish the combo this game, like, my opponent will, like, definitely not concede next game. And that dark pool. All right, let's go ahead and, just in case they didn't see that message, just on the off chance, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Stone Brain. I'm going to play Stone Brain, and then I'm going to Stone Brain them, name You Are Already Dead. Just as a way to try to communicate and get through. And also get to look at their deck. Trying to get through to them. Is it BM not to concede? I don't really care to debate it. I think that Magic Online and the Magic community would be like a much better place if people would concede to infinite combos. But like another thing too is like, even if you think that that's not the case, consider this point. I have 18 minutes on my clock. We have one more game to play after this. If I have plenty of time to click through the combo now, I have plenty of time to click through the combo next game. I'm not at risk of misclicking. Why and what reality is it even in your interest at all to have me click through this combo? And what reality is your like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes even best spent doing this? You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe they're not, maybe they're FK, but like there really is no reason to have your opponent click through the combo. Yeah, bathroom break, sure. In a league we're constrained, budget constraints, you need to earn back your ticks because you can't afford too many leagues. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, my opponent doesn't have a chance to win this game. Like, I'm not going to time out. I have 16 minutes still on my clock. At least I don't think I'm going to time out. I can even, like, Karn for Ballista. Maybe that's even just, like, the fastest thing to do here. But that's kind of my point, though. It's like, it just doesn't benefit anybody for them to wait here, right? Yeah, I'll just go Ballista here. Go Ballistic. Could also get Leveler or something. They don't really show the combo. That's not what's happening. I don't know. It's okay. It's not that big a deal. It's like, this is kind of the thing with Magic too. Like, there's like a lot of like dumb, nuanced debates that are like, you know, that just like, there's the same debates over and over again. And it's just like, no matter what, it's just usually not that serious. This is not that serious. It's okay. My mentality used to be if you want them to suffer. Yeah, and I think, like, as far as the question goes, is it BM to make them click through the combo? I think if your mentality is, I want you to suffer, I want you to, like, not enjoy this time, I do think that is, like, textbook definition BM, even. You know what I mean? If your goal is to make your opponent miserable, not saying that's what my opponent was doing, but saying that's what a chatter said that they would do, I do think that that's poor sportsmanship. Kind of, like, even... unarguably. But yeah, BM stands for bad manners. Yeah, in paper you could just do it, you know, infinitely. Maybe it's BM, but you can't be mad about being forced to play deck. I'm not. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I think that it's, no matter what, it's important to walk away and say it's just not that serious. It's just not that serious. They said, oh, how many grape shots like in prowess? I think I want to play just one. I think just one. Yeah, I don't even have Natty Tron here. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Not play map? Nope. I'm holding up Dismember. Double Dismember pretty painful against the 8 blast deck though. I think that they have a Shrapnel Blast, so I think I'm just gonna main phase this. Can Bontu's Mom be a thing in the sideboard? Not necessary. I mean, I'm playing Semblance Anvil, but Bontu's Mom is extra drain. I don't usually like playing cards that save clicks, because again, it's okay. We'll get through the clicks, you know. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and grab. Well, I guess I was gonna grab Ballista, but they can't equip the Nexus. Maybe I'll grab something else. You know, I think I'll just grab Ballista and then not play it. Make it bigger next turn. Well, I could still play it and play map and then grow it the following turn. Alright, let's do that. And then I can also Takenuma it back if it dies. Chalice? I don't think you want a Chalice yet. You know, I wouldn't hate it though. You know, I think some attitude that is like really good to have as a Magic player and something that's like really helped me enjoy the game a lot more is like when thinking about these like etiquette questions, like the BM click through the combo stuff. I think just like assuming that your opponent, just like again not taking it that seriously and just kind of like assuming your opponent is new, which is very likely the case for my opponent here, and they're just like not that like chronically online and chronically invested in the game, and that they're not you know thinking the best of your opponents in these situations helps me not take it so seriously. Because I think 9 times out of 10, if someone's committing like a little bit of a faux pas, they're not doing it on purpose. I guess I could have Takenuma back to Karn, but I'm also like really racing him quickly with this Ballista. Like I think one really common thing is like new players, like the classic extend the handshake. Who extends the handshake? Only players that lose extend the handshake. 9 times out of 10, when your opponent extends the handshake to you, it's because they're like a new player who's nervous and not like familiar with the etiquette, and they're like nervous after a tense game. It's just like I think getting upset about it too is worse than is much more egregious than the act of extending the hand. Alright, so we're gonna get our Takenuma here. And then we can either Karn on 1 or Ballista on 2. Yeah. I mean, people have decided this is a thing about the handshake, or like if you win the game, say GG, or don't say GG. It's again, like the most important thing is none of it is that serious. None of it is that big a deal. Canister, thank you for the raid. Good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Flame, 4 months, thank you. So if they equip the cranial plating here, I don't think I'm supposed to ping. Yeah, they can't even kill my Ballista, so if they attack, they're just dead, right? Okay, Midnight is the last card. 4, 8, 9. Sorry, I don't want to count it like that. 6, 10, 12. So I can pump this 3 times. Ping once, hit them for 3, then ping 3 more times. Not lethal. And I guess I'm dead to top deck Shrapnel Blast. I'm dead to top deck Shrapnel Blast if I don't kill this. But then I could just die to the cranial plating attacking 2 turns in a row if I do. So I think I'm just gonna like give them 1 window to draw Shrapnel Blast instead of like me being able to just draw 2 lands in a row or something. I can also draw Spellskite to beat Shrapnel Blast potentially. Oh, okay, they're not dead by moving this over. Okay, then now I guess I'm just gonna Acererak for life 1 time. Fred, this is also an out here. Don't think we're gonna be able to lose from this spot. 3 mana, gain 1 life, pretty busted. Rocco, 18 months ago, thank you. Whatever, Tomb of Annihilation. I would probably just do like the Dungeon of the Mad Mage instead. Although this specific game is gonna be, I think I just have lethal with Ballista here. Definitely with a tower. What's my favorite build in Elden Ring? I usually like to do strength builds. I'm definitely looking forward to some casual Souls games after the no-hit run is done. But right now I'm trying not to play anything else. Although me and Esther are still doing our Mass Effect playthrough. We got done through the main story of Mass Effect over the weekend. We're still doing a couple side quests before we jump into 3. Dude, they can see it once. Funny. think we keep this. I don't love having the second Heartless Summoning, but we'll keep it. Urborg is nice if we draw the Acererak. No monkey, no monkey, no monkey. Alright, let's draw Dismember, let's draw Dismember, let's draw Dismember. Alright, it's a combo piece at least. I will say Cityscape Leveler is very tough for them to beat, although on the draw against a turn 1 Ragavan with no removal is not a good place to be for any modern deck. Awesome Tej, looking forward to it. Yeah, I agree Mass Effect 1 aged poorly. The remaster helps some. But like the side quests too are also like very reminiscent of the era, very cookie cutter, not a lot of thought put into them. No, fuck. Alright, I think we still have to play the summoning this turn. Right on time, huh? Yeah, we can double spell next turn. Like, Dismembered by itself this turn is still not good into a counter spell. This lets me go like Seer Dismember, potentially, or Relic Dismember. Yeah, I think Mass Effect's... I agree. Mass Effect's atmosphere and storytelling was really good. I agree. They get a second Channeler, and then they get Delirium after their fetch land, so this is going to be a lot of damage. I could play second Heartless Summoning to make Leveler cost 4. Might be just be too much aggro here, though. Okay, get the third Heartless Summoning off the top of the deck. I'm also just like an Acererak away from killing them. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to go Seer into Dismember Channeler. Hopefully. You play Fallout? I've played a decent amount of Fallout. My friend Caleb has played like Fallout New Vegas. Like, it's the only game he plays. He still just plays it over and over and over again to this day. Okay. Yeah, so I guess we're probably just on the top deck in Acererak plan. Why is my cam 15% of my face? Why do people leave comments like this? Chat has been so weird today. Chat has been so weird today. Alright, so go down to 9. Good Channeler. Super Falcon, 7 months, thank you. Alright, Ragavan scrying a card to the bottom for me. Their hand is Ragavan Mystery card. If we draw Acererak, we win. I don't think we've got too many more outs, though. Yeah, that does not do it. Okay, go to game 2. So there's been so many weird champ comments today. It's okay. Chat's usually really good. It's always a couple. Just saw Harry jump the video. Thought I might have a take. The list Harry played was like card for card my list. I don't know why he didn't shout me out. I don't know if he like found it in a 5-0 dump or something. But nobody owns any deck. But it was also card for card my list. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Yeah, chat can always get weirder. This is just kind of like an update on that list, you know? Yeah, that was kind of the first version, which I thought was pretty good. We had some good videos with it. You can find Stream Decker YouTube channel. Them qualifying for Varsity Season 2. I didn't play almost any qualifiers. I need to play some for this next one because it's Dallas too, but I also like... The problem is... Okay, so we can go Spellskite this turn into Tower Relic next turn. The problem is, like, it's Esther's birthday and our anniversary and Valentine's Day this month, so it's... Maybe I'll try to play one this weekend, but like the next 2 weekends are pretty booked up for me. Alright, so I'll just grab a tower, cast the Relic here. What format is House? I think it's Pioneer, but it's also like my, you know, my home field. I really want to try to qualify for it again. It's my home field. I haven't played a single qualifier yet, and I guess I played the online one on Saturday, but that's like the worst EV one. Alright, they're still attacking. I'm gonna keep blocking. So Acererak is actually pretty good with Relic of Legends and Tron, where every time you cast it, you get the free black mana, so each Tron land ends up allowing you to cast Acererak. I'm going to be casting Golos here, though. Ooh, second Golos. Gonna grab Cataracts. And so I can cast Acererak 2 times. For Gain 1 Life, Scry 1. I let them connive, but I think that that's fine. Yeah, I know I have a lane job. I'm counting it for the 2 times. You can ace 3 times. I can only do 2. I know I can tap the Golos, but I'm still 1 short. Because I can tap this, and then yeah, 1 short. Okay, scry 1. Keep that. You can play my janky treasure deck for Pioneer. Let's qualify first, and then I'll play your janky treasure deck at the RC. Bounce Golos, huh? Flip a Dismember that I kept on top. Feel free to cast it, opponent. They actually could Dismember their Shredder and Connive if they wanted to. Alright, so play this first so that I can activate Golos immediately. Are most RCs modern? I don't really know. I haven't really been looking. I don't know. I know I should be, but maybe I should. I mean, I don't have to. I could just do whatever I want, I guess. But for the most part, I've just been having a lot more fun streaming and playing Modern than grinding RCQs recently. Okay, so let's go make a black. I think I'm just going to Twisted Caverns the Ragavan so I don't get like randomly Karned, and then play another Golos. Get a tower. Maybe I could have made Shredder unable to attack, but I'm just like worried about like heat plus Ragavan. But maybe I shouldn't be. Huh. Well timed Blood Moon. Maybe I should have targeted this though. Gonna keep going through. I don't think we can do the whole dungeon this turn. Would keep one on top if I didn't have the swamp in my hand. Qualified at Amarillo. It's to me not worth it to drive to Amarillo for an RCQ. So I can expedition map for Takenuma here. Is there an answer to Moon? I mean, just like, no, but you just combo off, you know, that's the goal. That counterspell's a lucky draw. Hopefully I didn't have another good draw here. Yeah, you have so you do have Leveler, yeah, but like, the main idea is just win, you know. Didn't mill a Leveler. Could make 1/1s. If I make 1/1s, I can tap Golos to 3. Yeah, if I make 1/1s, I can tap Golos to the Relic pretty easily. I can also, if I had to land off Caverns though, if I had to land off Caverns, I could win the game this turn. That's pretty interesting. I have to do that. I have to land off Caverns, and then I have to hit Heartless Summoning off Acererak. I'll just make those skeletons. They have 8 in the air if I don't win this turn. What? This doesn't fly. This is 6 power. Oh, the Borrower. I totally didn't notice the Borrower. Fuck. Sorry, I totally forgot about Borrower. We still have some outs. We need to hit. Okay, Dismember doesn't kill this. I guess we need to hit like exactly Leveler. Man, we even hit the Heartless Summoning. Fuck. Yeah, so we would have won, right? Oh, well, hold on. Have I played a land this turn? I hadn't played a land. You didn't tap? I did. I did tap. I did tap Acererak to cast this. Forgot. Oh, fuck. I'm like 99% sure I floated mana with Acererak. I counted. That's the only way we were able to do this. But I mean, if you're saying I didn't, maybe I didn't. So I can cast Borrower F6. Headed to that dark pool. Never punished. Well, yeah. It was. Yeah, we should have taken the other line. Although, like. Yeah, the other one was better because we could find the land off of that instead of having to find it off of the draw 3. Yeah, it's a lot of clicks. Plenty of time, though. I think I'm going to continue to let them know I'm going through that dark pool. Just so you know, opponent. Just so you know, I'm happy to click through it. Happy to click through it. Really can't misclick. I'd love to click through it. Oh, what's crazy is the land had to be exactly swamp too. I just realized like only swamp was the only out. We had to hit Heartless Summoning and swamp. That's crazy. What a game. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay if they don't concede, because we get to keep going to our favorite place, the dark pool. I'm in the dark pool. How the Dark Souls no hit running's going? Oh, there's been a lot of improvement in some areas, and getting worse in other areas. I don't know. Maybe not worse so much as like kind of understanding what all can go wrong and still just have like work to do. I would say like for right now I'm starting to like get a pretty good, a clear focus of where the run is, where there's still some random bullshit. There's still some like getting hit on moments where we're unfocused or like running into things we don't know. But for the most part, that's starting to get hammered out. And there's obviously like lots of risk and like places you could get hit normally, but For the most part, there's like 3 main danger areas for me right now. It's like Ornstein and Smo, 4 Kings, and Gwen. Everything else is like getting to be relatively consistent. I've been practicing. I practiced all 3 of those bosses yesterday. Yeah, just spin Golos for fun. I've got 15 minutes on the clock. We're gonna be all right. My opponent says lol. Oh no. Yeah, I know I can Karn for Ballista. It doesn't save that much time though. Big tech for Tej, right? And not the worst time.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Please, I have a family to feed. I think the Please It's Christmas was pretty good at the beginning, so. Right, Lich's combo. Oh boy. Opponent maniacally laughing like a villain. Ha 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 ha.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Oh no. I'm in the dark pool. Everything is fine.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
When you're in the dark pool. How many clicks? It's like 600 clicks from 20 life or something like that.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
I'd like to take this moment to thank NordVPN for the sponsorship. You can go to nordvpn.com/spike and get a really nice discounted rate on a VPN service plan. This can be used to bypass region-locked content. It can be used to protect your internet privacy from companies that are stealing your data. It can be used to go to the dark pool. Just like a general good, you know, bits aside, shtick aside. Generally a good good idea to use a VPN at this day and age. So thank you, NordVPN. Go to nordvpn.com/spike. It's a, you know, maybe when you're comboing off next time, it would be a good time to look into it. Yeah, still kind of far away from Karn for Ballista, to be honest. Maybe I could already dead them. Here, just in case they don't realize. I really wish I could name NordVPN with my stone brain here. One subtlety, no shattering spree, no brotherhood end or anything like that. Sorry, I can't do the deck tech. I thought I could like redo the thing. I have to let me wait till a moment. Just going through the dark pool. Tingels would be good. I mean, I would get banned for playing it. It's not a legal modern card, chatter. Does anybody else have any idea on how we can inflict enough psychic damage onto our opponent for them to concede? Honestly, I'm kind of not comboing fast enough. Maybe I shouldn't have taken the time to stone brain them. That's okay. If you don't have enough time on the clock for game 3, you could just kind of like value them a little bit. Ballista, it probably would have been a bit better to Ballista than to Stonebrain them. Just thought I was doing a bit of banter. Just a bit of banter. I could also just cast... I could just cast Leveler here. Yeah, just cast Leveler. I'm at 20, they're at 3. Just gonna, prioritize being able to F6 here. Probably shouldn't have discarded a Karn, just trying to play fast. Yeah, I could have gone through the other dungeon, the Undercity. You can't go through this one. Warfleet with the gifted sub. Thank you. I never forgot the deck tech. Just trying to get through this, man. Okay, Lich's combo Pioneer, huh? I forgot what the combo was. It's this. I mean, for the most part, what I don't like about playing this giant, like, 4-mana creature into 6-mana enchantment combo in a format like Pioneer is that, in order to enact this combo, you have to just, like, successfully play a control game plan using your verdicts and your counterspells and stuff. But if you've successfully enacted a control game plan, then and you've gone to the late game and you can cast any 6-mana spell, you've won. You know what I mean? The game is over. So I think that, like, this is not a plan that I like, especially when you have to play like this 4-mana creature in your Supreme Verdict deck, and I don't really think it's something that makes a lot of sense, like, strategically speaking, or, like, wanting to play this combo outside of just, having fun with it. Even if you can ramp into it sometimes with Strict Proctor or Lotus Field, I think that for the most part, it's better to just stick to a normal control deck game plan. But of course, you don't have to do that. You can play whatever you want, and it's Pioneer, the format of, like, play whatever you want sometimes. I feel like your draft to, like, accomplish this game, if like you just love Lich's Mastery, you want to do the combo as often as possible, you look like you have a great draft here. I don't think I really even have any notes. Okay, let's keep this. Plus on a Mold of 5. I don't even think I really have any notes other than, like, what I've just said here. I don't know if I'd play Starnheim Unleashed. The card might be sick against Rakdos, though. I like the Thespian Stage, Lotus Field plan. I think that helps a lot. Mana base looks solid. Another thing too is, like, oh, this could just be a turn 3 kill, maybe with Spellskite up. Another thing too is, like, I'm not really playing almost any Pioneer right now, and so it is always harder for me to comment on Pioneer deck techs because I just have been playing, like, straight Modern for a long time. But I think if we're doing deck techs, here's mine. Did you redeem something? There's been a lot going on here. But if you redeemed one, I believe you. Just, let me know. Okay, we could win next turn if we draw a land to resolve Relic of Legends. They discard a counterspell, which is interesting. 0-mana Spellskite. So I think those are my thoughts. I don't think I really honestly have any more notes. I wish I did. I just haven't been playing much Pioneer, right? I did redeem one. Yeah. The deck techs are paid for or channel point redeemed. We have 1,400 people here. We can't just, at any time someone wants a deck tech, give it to them. That would be madness. Okay, so we can bait a counterspell here with Golos. And then hopefully just combo kill next turn. I do only have 9 minutes on the clock. But they also kept a card on top here. Hopefully it's just that they slam Blood Moon. That would be maybe best case scenario. They played an island, so if they're going to keep a card on top and pass with doing nothing, it's either Counterspell or Subtlety. We saw one Subtlety. I don't think I have much choice besides jamming the Relic. They might not counter the Relic of Legends either, to be fair. Damn. Third counterspell is tough. Tough, dude. Island in the yard. Yeah, deck tech for War Fleet, but let's Time Sieve? Yeah, I just don't think you can afford to play a card like that. Alright, do I want to scry one or do I want to gain one? I feel like the scry one's pretty valuable here. Just try to find something for next turn. Like an Urza's Mind to hardcast a Cityscape Leveler. Not going to play the Spellskite because that gives my opponent a Connive here. Well, they're Murktiding, but thankfully I have a Leveler to cast here. And also, thankfully, Connive is not going to be... This was a huge mistake for them to play this Delta, actually, because now I don't need to worry about them conniving, really. Leveler is a great card against Murktide. They can't kill with Heat. Even if they counter, you get the cast trigger plus the Unearth. One of the best ways, in my opinion, for Tron players to beat Murktide. You have one main, one side. You can Profane Tutor for the one in the main, too. So here we get to make a treasure token. And then we can use that treasure token to go to the dark pool or give fun. Yeah, I guess I'll just give this -4, -0, actually. I think that's the first time I've caverned on purpose. I've caverned on accident once or twice, to be honest. And what's nice about the Leveler too, attacking for 7 means like clicking through a combo will be much easier. It's like 100 or like 200 less clicks or something. A lot of protection for this Leveler too. We played 3 Spellskites that have had no text so far. It was a lucky Tron land to find. Nice to be able to beat 3 counterspells. They did mull to 5 though. They draw a card. Alright, I'm gonna pass back. Yeah, I'm gonna attack you with Leveler. I'm not sure how they beat the Leveler with 3 Spellskites at this point. But they're clicking through it. Ooh, Urborg. Okay, well. Oh, they do know how to concede. Great. They do know how to concede. Average, but it'll be like, you know, somewhat of a fringe playable option, maybe. I guess you're going to 5. If I miss a deck tech, let me know. It's very tough to like manage like games like this where we have a lot of pressure on the clock, and then we get 3 deck techs in the same game or something like that. So if I missed one, let me know. We can get to it now. I feel like there was one. I can't remember who it was though. All right. Well. Let's just keep this. Tron plus Relic plus Acererak is kind of nice because you get to like use this for all the black mana you need and then get to sift the colorless mana into Acererak pretty well. Has this version felt stronger, weaker, cover versions? Last night I like definitely felt like it was stronger. Today we've had like not a great showing, so I'm not sure. I think a little bit TBD. I've tried to build this deck a few times. Murktide again, huh? I've tried to build this deck a few times. I think... Okay, well, let's go Thought-Knot Seer first here. I think in a deck that is playing 4 Squadron Hawk, it doesn't make any sense to me to play Path to Exile over Solitude. I would definitely be playing 4 Solitude here. Solitude's also pretty castable with a Ketris Monument. This green splash for Tauren's Fist of Angels is not something I'm sure I like either. Seems like there's a solid chance that this card sucks. Whenever you cast a creature spell, make a 1/1. So it's like a redundant monument, but it's on a 3-mana 2/2 creature in Modern. Yeah, I don't think I like it that much. Like, you don't even need to play Knight of Autumn anymore because you have the mono white disenchant card. I would definitely stick to mono white. Your mana gets to be a lot better too. That's what I encourage you to stick to just white mana. One card that I was also like, I thought you would have had it here if you're playing Lunarch Veteran. But I'm kind of surprised you're not playing Ranger Captain. Ranger Captain's really nice. It's like one of the only good white cards that helps you beat spell-based combo decks. Helps you beat Cascade. Gives you 2 creatures. Just kind of a good card in general, I think. And like you can play 4 of those and just like 1 Lunarch Veteran as a tutor target. Ooh, double heat, wow. I guess we take their iteration. We can beat up Murktide. We can Twisted Caverns it next turn, I think. Ragavan's not too scary either. Acererak has to solo all of these, though. Maybe yeah, they don't have another heat either. So we get to go gain a life, scry 1. Luger is here to be casted again. I don't think Disturb cast, right? Oh, it does cast. I always think it doesn't cast. Yeah, I think I want to see Ranger Captain in the list. You can play 1 Veteran, I think, as a Ranger Captain tutor target. But like you can also play like 1 3-bit Inspector as a tutor target. One other thing you could do is like if you want to be better against like decks like Titan, which I think there's a good chance you do. You can play the 4-mana creature that whenever you cast a spirit, you destroy all things with that mana value. I guess it's kind of bad with your token game plan. I could keep this as a check for the Ragavan and an answer to another heat. We can keep that on top, yeah. And also answers the bolt. But you can play that and then Ranger Captain for Ugin's Conjurant to be able to blow up all lands. Probably not very good with your token game plan, but maybe a slightly different version. I'm not sure I love the Thalias. Like, maybe Thalia is what gets cut for Ranger Captain. You definitely need 4 Solitude. I don't know how far away you are from Ephemerate in your deck either. If you have Solitude, Skyclave, Ranger Captain, White Mane Lion, that's probably enough for Ephemerate. And Ephemerate's one of your better options, I think. I would also like... So there's also a combo with White Mane Lion, Oketra's Monument, the White Defiler, and then... the White Defiler, and then a Lunarch Veteran is like infinite tokens. And it's not a very good combo, but that could be a direction you lean into also. I think Dust Dawn is probably pretty unplayable.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Right, so I think we'll just Twisted Caverns, cast this 2 more times. Keep a Golos. If I cast this again, I have to make tokens here. I don't get to get the top 2. I think I'm okay making tokens. Not that they really do too much here. Alright, so the hand is Murktide, Spell Pierce, Lightning Bolt, Mystery card. They discarded the Ragavan. Okay, so... How do you feel about Golos first? I think I'm going to Acererak first. If they have a counterspell to counter it now, and I'll get to play the Golos. There's also like just a pretty good chance they don't have anything here, and we get to combo kill. If this was a 5/5, I could maybe keep the Dismember. I think I'll just go ahead and graveyard everything, digging for Karn or Leveler or Heartless Summoning to win. I guess I can still cast the Golos if this bricks. Then they do potentially get another look at counterspell here. Discard the Spell Pierce. And his bolts, 3 mystery cards. So Heartless Summoning gives me the combo. If I see Leveler, maybe I'll cast Leveler instead. I don't know. Okay, a Karn, sure. The 2 blue artifact that proliferates whenever you cast a non-creature spell seems interesting for Dice Factory. Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of agree. I think it may be a little win more. It's 3 mana. Heartless Summoning, we need another black mana. No, we have a black mana floating here. Because Heartless Summoning gets cast for free with Acererak's last trigger. So I'm probably just going to grab a bridge. Oh, yeah, we can get Anvil. Yeah, I'll get Anvil here. Maybe I could have cracked a map for a tower first or something. I mean, if they didn't have a counterspell, if they somehow have a counterspell, good beats. How do we ever play around a counterspell there? Okay, we can map get back Acererak or get Takenuma for Acererak though. And try to go off the next turn. We have the second black mana we need, I think, with the second relic. I don't know if we have enough mana. We should have enough mana. Do they have lethal? They have a bolt. 15 plus 13. Yeah, not quite. A second bolt would do it though. Grandma, 7 blessing, thank you. I can't redirect, right? I go to 16. Could you play second relic and maybe second relic's better? Yeah. Hold on. Redirect out of 16. My opponent has, let's assume they Shredder Knives to be 11 plus 14. I'll be at 16, and then yeah, then I'm just dead to the bolt, so I have to let this go. Yeah, I don't think my opponent's stream sniping. I think they just didn't know like that Acererak cast a spell for free or something there. Okay, I mean I might as well redirect here. Just one more life. They need to have another bolt, which would just be so frustrating if they like had the counter spell into bolt here. But they have a lot of selection. It's, you know, it's Murktide. They're graveyarding Consider, which is bad news. Murktide kills me too. Can't you redirect it again? I think if I redirect again, I'm still dead. This definitely kills me though. Very frustrating game. It's okay. Does this deck ever run packed? No, I don't think so. Do not think so. Pact Negation would be really nice though when you have the combo and a Pact of Negation in your hand and they have a counterspell in the stack, but it's just like just too narrow. Did I create a version of the Cyclic Scam package? Yeah, we had a Dimir version with the Scam package and Muldrifter and Coffer's Urborg instead of Tron. So I'm not sure which is better. Yeah, yeah, we've already built the deck with Coffers. Like, let me. I couldn't find it earlier. Hold on. I think I was looking at the wrong spot. Yeah, here it is. You could build it differently, but. Like, I think that if you play Coffers, like, Muldrifter is definitely worth splashing forward. I like the Scam package. This deck I thought was good. Like, we had a pretty good record with it. We played a lot of it, too. I think that this version can play Karn better, can play Thought-Knot Seer. And then, like, you never have to, like, legend roll your lands, and your lands always enter untap, tap for mana. Which is kind of nice. I think on the play against Murktide, we can keep this. We have a Swamp for Blood Moon, we have a Spellskite for Ragavan. Is defense grid a consideration as a wish target for anti-disruption plan? No, because like if you're Karning and you're resolving Karn, like they're not gonna like have a meaningful counterspell for you. You know what I mean? Like they're just gonna counter the Karn. think a deck like Black-White Scam is viable at all? I mean, yeah, I think that Black-Red is just much better. I don't like being like that reductive, but that has definitely been my experience, that Black-Red Scam is much better than White-Black. And like, I think a good piece of advice is to not like force a specific color combination in Modern. You know what I mean? It can be tempting to do so, but you have to have a reason to play your cards, and Stoneforge Mystic, Vindicate are not good enough reasons to, you know, play the white over the red. Yeah, you can play a Reanimator package, but I'm usually not a big fan of that deck either. Yeah, I mean, red's just the best color in Modern by a lot. Is Touch still playable? I think that's the best Reanimator variant. I liked it a lot before Blood Moon was super popular everywhere. And then there was a little while recently where it felt like the... play this over Karn because of Spell Pierce. I felt like there was a little while where Blood Moon was not popular at all, and that was likely a pretty good option, but... Ooh, 2 snares in the hand. I think I take a Charm because I want my opponent to cast Iteration this turn, so they tap out of a counter spell, if that makes sense. What was I saying? But like right now, there's like more Blood Moons than there were, and there's also like a big uptick in Leyline of the Void lately. I've seen. I think that's likely because of Breach. So I don't think right now is a time that I would recommend playing the Aether Mage's Touch deck. But I still plan on doing challenges on weekends. My goal is at least 2 a month. I've done 2 this month. Next month's gonna be very busy for me. So I'm gonna go cast Karn, then they're gonna crack this in response, and then I get a Karn. They didn't have 2 snares, they had 1 of each. Oh, fuck. I totally read this as 2 spell snares. I mean, good catch. I'm sorry, I just totally misread it. So I guess the line was playing crack map, and the line was also take iteration instead. Sorry, Chad, I should have looked. Yeah, I can't attack there because I need to leave these back. Because they have the explosives on 2. Alright, so they still have the snare. This mine is a really good draw if the expedition map resolves. Good beat. Yeah, just like being able to get the leveler down is so important. Too bad they decided to counter that, huh? Yeah, I saw the new red 1 drop. It's gonna be like potentially fringe playable. Just because our opponent made a good play doesn't mean they're a sniper, chat. It's okay. So they're probably gonna draw 2 and then crack the explosives. Yeah, I mean, I'm not accusing them of sniping, but like, it's frustrating because like I definitely would not. I would have like never countered the map there actually. With their why I take a Thought-Knot Seer, they have explosives on 2 and Ragavan in play, so they can crack the explosives, get in with Ragavan if I attack with the Seer. Yeah, actually, I would never ever attack. I would never ever counter the map there. Sucks. It's like I mean I like they can counter the map without sniping. Like that's not out of the question. But it just stinks that we ran into it there, right? Considering I have Tron next turn, I counter the map. Yeah, but it's like the counterspell answers any of my Tron payoffs, right? And also like they don't know I have Tron next turn because I'm missing 2 pieces. Like it only is good to like counter the map if my exact 2 cards are other Tron piece and Cityscape Leveler exactly, right? Like something with a cast trigger. And that is exactly my hand. That was exactly my hand. But like, it's so hard to put you on it. Like, that doesn't mean like my opponent can like not make the incorrect play. It doesn't mean they can't counter there. And I could also be wrong about it being the incorrect play, I guess. But like if I had played the Tron land first, I do think it makes more sense for them to counter there. Yeah, no, I held the Tron piece, of course. Concerned about second Takenuma? Yeah, that can't be the case, right? Because then they would just like let me spend 1,000,000 mana mapping for Takenuma, channeling it, and then countering whatever I get with it. It's okay. Doesn't make sense to counter Tron. But the thing is, again, they don't know that they're countering Tron. I only had one Tron piece in play, right? They counter piece 2, then you need to require piece 3 and top deck 3 when I play Tron. Well, I guess my point is that like my curve is like I think low enough that they would want to be able to like counter a 4 and 5 mana spell that I had in my hand. But we could just move on for once. For once, we could try to move on. Rafine's Tower, Scalding Tarn, Flooded Strand. Companion, Kihira. Yeah, them not being familiar with the list. Although, like, that was also game 3 of our match, right? Or at least game 2, so I feel like they would have seen most of the spells in my library. Also spend the tutor here. It could be good to play the Heartless Summoning because then we get to Golos next turn, but I think maybe playing into more interaction this turn is not ideal. It's always nice when like your opponent holds up counterspell, then you get to spend tutor and blink their mana. Dead Man, think if we give this up the canister. Alright, so I think there's a good chance I'm gonna Profane Tutor for Thought-Knot Seer. So I was thinking I could go Seer into Golos, but I guess with no Heartless Summoning in play, that's not gonna be the case. I could just grab a tower. That seems fine. This lets me cast Golos and Karn this turn. I think I'll lead on Karn so that I can maybe play whenever I get off Karn this turn instead, if they don't counter it. Butter with the 7 months, thank you. Last main deck trust down of the last 2 opponents. Could Dismember on Golos, then cast another Golos. Guess I could have had an untapped Golos, just kind of trying to click through. Not in a bad spot for our opponent having triple counterspell, Dovin's Veto, Binding. See if they have another 2 mana counter. I think I'll grab a Cityscape Leveler here. If it resolves. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Yeah. Should have double checked. I thought I had enough though. I do have enough. Could also get another. I guess I could get this Golos back. Is that better? I guess the Leveler doesn't need to answer the Solitude because I have 2 blockers for it now. Oh, I should have got Urborg here, though. It's a bit better with Acererak, right? Although I guess with the Cascading Cataracts, that's not actually true. Because I could just filter into black, cast Acererak a bunch. Alright, let's go ahead and spin. I cast Spellskite, Dismember Solitude. I still have my Karn activation. I guess I can go tutor for Acererak and then grab Relic of Legends with Karn, and then I can Acererak a bunch and try to go off next turn. Can't quite do it all. Oh, sorry. Damn it, I said one thing to another. I tutored the... I need to get Relic with Karn, obviously. Alright, then maybe we'll just put Mystic Forge into play. We just get Talisman also. Let's just get Talisman. And not crack it, suspend tutor, pass. This is the Misplays League? Yeah, I don't know. I've taken a lot of psychic damage today, to be honest. I've definitely been feeling it. There's been a lot of like weirdness from chat today, to be quite frank. Leveler, I guess, also gets me Heartless Summoning, too, if I get the binding. Yeah, I haven't usually been in love with God Pharaohs as a Karn target in Modern. Yeah, a classic case of the Mondays. It's gonna be okay. It's just like one day of like, you know, a few weird comments. Not that big a deal. If anything, I think it shows how like good the chat usually is, and that's something I'm thankful for. It was weird before Canister rated us, but I think it got a little bit weirder after. Although I do think now we could maybe farm infinite subs if when Canister raids, people gift a sub to Canister unsubs, and then we get another sub gifted to Canister unsubs again. We could maybe go infinite with that. Yeah, we have good mods too. The mods have been taking care of stuff. So to go infinite. Yeah, so Canister raids, then says something sassy to chat, then someone that gifts a sub to Canister unsubscribes, then they gift a sub to Canister again, unsubscribes again, and that just happens over and over until I'm as rich as Hassan. Lazy Titan, 11 months, thank you. It's okay, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, we're talking about Giganta. Like, I don't think we have enough black sources for push. It's the problem. But we're close. So if you play push over Dismember, you get Giganta. Giganta, you know, taps for Golos, is like 3 mana or 6 mana, however you want to look at it, with Heartless Summoning. So there's definitely some value there. Definitely some value there. I don't like this hand well enough to keep. Second tower, just what we needed. Yeah, I think I like jamming the Heartless Summoning this turn. Maybe it's bad into the counter magic. We have the Spellskite to cast for 0, and then like next turn we can go like... I guess we can't crack map then Acererak. We could cast Golos. The longer we wait on it, the worse it is. Well, I guess I'm not sure. Seems okay. Their mana base seems tough. Why didn't they grab a Triumph on turn 1 either? Also kind of weird. The map is nice if they countered this one. Putting in video games lately? Well, me and Esther have been playing through Mass Effect 2 for her first time. We just got through the main story. We still have some side quests to do before going to 3. But other than that, I've just been, you know, practicing the Dark Souls no-hit run. Alright, Alright, why don't I just grab Power Plants and then suspend Profane Tutor and play a map. How do y'all play a single game together? Yeah, she does the narrative moments and the exploration and the conversations, and I do the combat, is our current arrangement. Despite me encouraging her to do the combat on her own, she's not really that interested. So it's a pretty good game to play together because of that. Although Mass Effect 3, if I remember correctly, has like a narrative mode that... Let's see if they counted the Acererak. It has like a narrative mode that you basically can't die. Esther might be able to find a way, but she even still doesn't really want to do it that way. Yeah, me and Esther started It Takes Two whenever it came out. We played it like all day, or like we played it like for like 5 or 6 hours or something, and then she had a really good time, and then she's like, okay, and every time after that though, that I suggested that we continue, she's like, nah, I'm good. One day of that was enough for me, which is okay. Yeah, we saw Icarmoon Gauntlet. It's a very cool card. It's a very cool card. Oh wow, they had Dress Down. I thought they would Dress Down in response to the Acererak. I mean, the Golos still is going to be tough for them to beat in play if it survives, because we can map for Cascading Cataracts. Keep forgetting the name of Cataracts lately. You know, ultimately this card is still like a 3 mana, need a lot of other resources kind of card. You know, these kind of effects usually don't end up being particularly good, but yeah, I guess that's right. They're gonna be the 5/5. Fair enough. This is coming out this turn, right? It is. I think we're just supposed to get a leveler here, right? There's a combo with the Replicating Jace. The Replicating Jace, the new one, or the the one that makes a copy of itself? Yeah, Leveler is so freaking good. Alright, so then we can get Tower, and then suspend Profane Tutor, and then crack this map again, and I'll just get another Tower, I guess. I can get Urborg too. I have the Cascading Cataracts, though, to filter into, like... I'll have 6 black mana for Acererak, so I think this is probably better. Whoa, Hurkyl's Recall. It's kind of a funny card here. Doesn't really even do that much. Buys them some time. Okay, and then they maybe have Hall of Heliod's plus Dress Down, which is actually like probably a somewhat tough combination for me to beat. Being honest. So I need to leveler this turn before my Profane Tutor comes down. So let's just go ahead and do that first. Surprised they didn't draw a card with this trigger coming down. Yeah, and I guess I'm just replaying these. Not going to go for the Acererak this turn. But I will grab an Urborg this time. Leveler is a cast trigger. Yeah, but after you cast it, you only get the one. But if they are going to go for Hall plus Dress Down, like I have the Profane Tutor coming down, which can grab Karn, which can grab me an answer to this, either like Pithing Needle or something. Interesting. Also, like this does attack for 8, so maybe not the best plan. Alright. Good enough for a 3-2. Kind of a tough league. Finger aches after having 2 opponents that made me click through it. One maniacal villain who was laughing at me the whole time. I don't know. I'm still like a little undecided if I like this version more than the other one. I don't know that my finger has another league of it in it though. Again, I lost playing for 5-0 with it last night. It was like, I could taste the trophy. Everything was coming together really well. Like most Tron variants, like you have those kind of draws though that are like, you know, feel pretty unbeatable. So like, I think the main thing I've really liked about this version too are the Spellskites. I think Spellskite, like, you know, it plays really nicely with Heartless Summoning, and it's like a cheap mana curve to help you be better against Ragavan, blocks Ragavan, and it also really helps you protect your combo. I think it does a lot for the deck. So I do wonder if you could, if it might be better to be on Koffer's Urborg instead. Koffer's Urborg is like a lot, maybe easier to assemble because it's only the 2 cards. But like what I don't like about Koffer's Urborg is that like the Tron lands don't have much downside besides they tap for colorless, but this build has every single land untapped and tap for mana. When you play Koffer's Urborg, sometimes you have like multiple Koffer's hands, which can be clunky, and you have multiple Urborg hands, which can be awkward too. Of course, the upside to playing that is you get more colored spells. You could play Fatal Push over Dismember, you get to play Thought Seize, play Bloodchief's Thirst, which I usually don't mind with the extra mana acceleration. But then the other problem with that is like black is the worst color in Modern, and you don't have like, there's really like not that many black creatures that go well with Heartless Summoning besides Grief. And so we've played a decent amount of this version, where like we even have to splat, like Muldrifter is pretty nice, then you have Grief plus Muldrifter with the scam cards. I think this version is good. Like we've had pretty solid success with it. And like one issue I think though is like if you're cutting the Profane Tutors for Spellskite, then like your Coffer's stuff is really hard to assemble. Like I've always kind of wanted to play Expedition Map here. It's just kind of tough. Kind of feels like maybe the archetype is still missing a card. I'm not sure. Shriekmaw no good. Shriekmaw is like good against it's good against Murktide. I have it in this version, but it's like not that good against Rakdos because it misses like their Dothy Voidwalkers, it misses their Griefs, and it misses a lot of creatures out of Hammer. So I think it's like not super main deckable. Yeah, but it is in this. I have it some in the sideboard. So I think those are some general thoughts. I think that's probably like a relatively good stopping point for today. Spite Bellows? It's not, it's red, right?